Hello, my fellow vampires! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to V-Rising here in the Secrets of GloomRot update. I have been doing some testing, and I came to the conclusion that my flower farm for at least the red roses, because the rest of the chests are filling up gradually, but at least the red roses is just not big enough. If I do the math, or when I did the math, basically every plus minus 5 minutes, it's around 4 minutes and 50 seconds, something like that, but let's say 5 minutes. Basically all 320 tombs have spawned 3 skeletons. Meaning a skeleton requires 8 flowers to spawn. That's 3 spawns, so it's 24. 24 times 20, that's, well, a lot of flowers, guys. I'm not gonna do the math because I'm gonna be wrong about it, most likely. That's a lot of flowers, and basically it cannot keep up. And I need bones. And why do I need bones? Oh, dude was not done building yet. Why do I need a lot of bones? Well, I need to start preparing for the dark silver. Let's clear this out. Let's get the rest a little closer. So this is basically how I like farm up my... I love this spell. Yo, let's clear these out. Let's place one here. Another straggler here. Let's clear that one out. And bam! And basically I killed all, and all can respawn again. And every time I do this, 900 bones. So it's a really good farm. Every 5 minutes, 900 bones. Now I'm basically gonna invest these into here and turn this one off because we don't really need it right now. But we need a lot of bones because we need a lot of bone dusts. We need to start preparing for dark silver ingots, because previous episode we went after 2 bosses which were really fun. It was a hell of an adventure. The old wanderer with not being able to see where we were going, the entire map being fogged out, like it was incredible. And then of course we also went after the spider queen, which basically it was the same area, the same boss, maybe a little bit different mechanics behind it, like different spawns that she did. Because I think previously she spawned like these small spiderlings instead of the big ones that she spawned now. But we got silk, and with silk we are able to make, of course, the new tier of armor that we're wearing, the Dawthorn leggings and the Dawthorn armor. Now the next boss that we are kind of like really looking forward to is the Cyril the Cursed Smith. He has dark silver ingots, meaning we can get our hands on sanguine weapons, the new tier and the last, well, not last tier of weapons, because we have like legendary weapons in the game now, but at least we need the sanguine weapons to actually use in our, where is it, if we look over here, the ancestral forge, to actually craft these. So we're gonna need to get our hands on a lot of, well, dark silver ingots. Now to make dark silver ingots, it's kind of a little process, so let's quickly take a look. We got the furnace. To make dark silver ingots, we need silver ore and we need spectral dust. Before this update, we needed scorched stone and silver ingots, but that kind of changed. We need spectral dust now. Now, how do we get spectral dust? We get spectral dust from the grinder. And that is 1 scorched stone, 24 ghost crystals into 4 spectral dust. So basically, every 3 scorched stones that you make grant you 12 spectral dust, together with the ghost crystals. And then 12 will result in, because we need 3, result in 4 dark silver ingots. So every 3 scorched stones we make create 4 dark silver ingots. Now to make scorched stone we need whetstone and a lot of grave dust, like a lot of grave dust. We need to give our servants all types of weapons, so basically the highest tier weapons that are in the game, and we need a lot for that. We need a lot for myself, so we have definitely a big need to be able to like mass produce scorched stones. And the little flower patch that I had set up here with my blood roses is just not big enough. So if you paid attention a little bit to my mini map, you can already see it. I set up 2 castle hearts. And basically the flower farms that we have here, we're gonna relocate them. And this entire zone is gonna be for just like one entire zone is gonna be for blood roses, guys. So I can keep my bone farm up and running 24/7 when I actually have the time to farm there. Like every 5 minutes, 900 bones is a really good farm. But if you don't have the flowers for it, you can't keep it running. And I don't want to make it run out. And then the other castle heart is just to make like a beautiful garden. And to simply still have like a proper flower farm. Now the flowers that I have here can basically, they're slowly increasing the amount of chests that I have. And I'm not really have a big use of them. I still have use for them, but not really the big use like I have with the blood roses, right? So I'm gonna pick up a bunch of materials so we can actually start building on our blood rose farm. We're gonna see how far we can get in this episode with that. And if we actually can get pretty far, it is possible that in this episode as well, we're gonna start working on the actual like second farm for the rest of the flowers. Because we never intended to actually, well, we always intended to actually have like a big ass flower farm, but we don't have the room here. And I still want to make like a kind of a beautiful garden here with a bunch of sculptures and trees. And we kind of need to test out, like, there's a bunch of new seeds for trees, and we definitely want to check out how they look and the shade they can cast, so we can actually see if we can make like natural shade maybe in our base with those trees when we actually start like decorating our main castle, right? I've already been playing a little bit with the edges and seeing what is actually in here a little bit, as you can see. So yeah, let's grab some resources and let's start setting up this blood rose farm. So first I was like, okay, where are we gonna set up our flower farm? Well, let's not do it too far from our castle. We had a really nice location that I was thinking about over here where we could set up a second bone farm, but then I was like, yeah, I don't need to set up a second bone farm because my one bone farm can't keep up. So what would be the point? And I was like, we got two over here and basically one overlooking the other. And I'm thinking this entire platform, yeah, you heard me correctly, is gonna be blood flowers, guys. Like this entire platform, we're gonna make some pathways and put some fences and some gardening here. And then this over here is gonna be for all my other flowers. I'm probably not gonna use this as much as gonna use the blood flower farm, of course. And I'm thinking later on, we're actually gonna build a house here where I can actually have, because it's a castle heart, meaning I can get more servants farming for me. So if I max this one out later on as well, I can get another 20 servants in this giant garden here to actually again farm for me. You see where I'm going with this, right? This is also why I wanted to set up. I have to be honest, I completely forgot about this. Like, I completely forgot about, like, oh, you're right, it can build 5 castles. I can set up multiple farms. I can set up multiple, like, castles where I can actually have servants, like, farming for me. So, we are gonna start with the basics, and that is putting up a pathway, right? So, are we gonna go with this one, or are we gonna be... Like, I'm warning you in advance, guys, this is gonna be a complete episode of me just building. Like, I kind of like this one because there's like natural grass growing in between it. But I like this one more because it's more textured with the moss. I'm not really sure. We're gonna start off with this one, and we'll have to see how we change it later. Now we do want to make a catwalk around like this, and then we can maybe like set up a tree over here, in the corner, set up a tree, because later on I do want to try to get rid of the mist braziers and actually create natural shade with my trees, so I actually basically don't need to use bones for these anymore. But they're just, if you're building in the sun, they're just basically really easy to just, well, move around with you and always have shade where you're building, right? That's basically why I'm still having this one over here. Now, to maximize the amount of... So what is the middle? What is the middle of this? So the middle of this is this. So we kind of want to set a pathway, like connect it. Like this. Yeah, and this is also... Like... this is nice. It spread out the grass, but if you look at it in a lengthy fashion, you see what I mean, right? It's too linear, where the grass is actually flowing. Now I wonder, can we remove that, or is it always linear? Is it like random where it spawns? Let's place them again. Yeah, it is linear to where they spawn. So might actually be more of a fan of these, just to not have the linear progression of. Yeah, it kind of looks better. Let's change these up. There we go. Now we also, of course, want to start playing with our hedges, right? We're gonna need so much. A garden and then hedges. So what do we? Oh, did I bring metal? I didn't bring metal for my gates. Castle, production, walls, stairs, walls. If we set up like something like this. We need to go home first, guys. Give me a second. So we both want to play with the fences and then actually with the... well, with the hedges, right? And these are kind of strange. Like sometimes, like they do snap and then sometimes they don't snap. It's definitely strange. We want to set up something like this and then this one on the other side, maybe. Now, something I'm wondering about is... my territory is placed one tile away from each other, right? As you can see here. Like, you got one tile away from each other. So I'm wondering if I... this is why braziers are still so useful during building. If I actually make a castle, like, for instance, a platform that is high enough, could I jump back on this terrain? I don't think that is possible. You only jump down, but you don't jump forward, right? And this is actually sad why you cannot, if they're actually both your bases, why you cannot connect them. Else I could make like a pathway leading into the other one. Like make a staircase here going up. And then actually a pathway running into my other garden. Connecting both gardens because they're both my castle. Let's set this back up here. So yeah, if you see the hedges, they always have like this open corner. And this is also why these pillars are here. Basically to like cover up those corners, right? So I'm gonna need to play around a little bit because I do want to have access into my other garden. Now, let's quickly go over there. If I jump down here, do I land in my other garden or not? I do land in my other garden. I basically land next to my other garden. So that would work. So I don't have to leave this room open over here. Okay, so I'm gonna play around a little bit, because else this episode is gonna be way too long. With placing around like the barrier of my garden first. Check out how I'm gonna set this up. And I'll bring you guys back with the results. We might change things later on as well. Just wanna like see how I can make things work. I do have to say, guys, the hedges look incredible. So I was kind of going with like, okay, I'm gonna go straight from the fences, and then like between every... I first decided like, okay, I'm gonna make pillars on every corner of, well, basically the area that I can craft. And I was like, no, that's gonna be too busy with pillars. But I do want to have the castle pillars in here. But over here, I'm kind of still doubting if I want to do it like this. Or... this one doesn't snap. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of weird how they don't want to snap. Let's get rid of this one. So if we would do... we're going low here. We're gonna go back high. This one. This one. Too low. And then maybe have this one back high. Other way around. Like, I want to make, like, a couple, like, the... I really love this line. Like, it brings so much more perspective into your builds. Now, I do find that the pillar here is too long. If you get what I'm saying. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is too long. And this is also why I wish there were, like, shorter pillars. Castle with the... They can give us shorter pillars for gardens, but they can't give us, like, a shorter pillar to place here. Same with the walls. Like, they can give us, like, small walls that would only fit, like, on this line here, where I'm crossing the wall right now, when you actually build a floor. But they can't give walls like that in game. Like, just let me build, like, a small wall here. Kind of find that sad. Yeah, this is not to my liking. It just doesn't fit. So, no garden. Yeah, it's a little bit of hassle, guys. I would do this. No. That is not how I want to feed her. Oh, there we go. There we go. How's that? And it's just one corner that, like, we have everything sloped between the pillars. Like, try to slope it. It's okay that there's, like, a higher one. And especially because the pillars are so high, I cannot stand it that we have a lower sides to, like, it makes the pillar look bigger than it already is. But I'm kind of happy with this. And yeah, we've got, like, the exit here into the next base. Sadly, it's not a staircase, else I could build a little staircase down into the other base. It would be beautiful. But now it's just something we jump off to actually go. And basically, this is where my other small castle, basically just for my servants, is gonna be. So basically, I'm gonna make like an entrance here at the back, so I can actually enter my castle from the background. And then the entire farm over there, right? Now, this is the general setup. And I think I just want to fill, like, everything up with planters now. Like, everything you can see here, just blood roses. Like I said before, this has to be, like, one. Let's place this one here before the sun hits and I burn to death in my own room. Or my own garden for now. So for these planters, now, I do realize that there's gonna be, like, 4 decorations, no production, growing plots, that we can place 4 in a tile. So if we would set them up completely inside of the one tile, zoom in a little bit, that would be something like this, right? So there is actually, like, a little space if we go back. So there is a space on the borders, basically, so it doesn't fit completely in a tile. So to actually make this work, we're gonna need to do something like, I think, like this, overlap it, and then make the points actually, like, let's see. So we do this, and then, okay, so here the point is not connecting. We would do this, slide it down. Yeah, we get the grass patch over here. So that can't happen either. So if we line it up like this, we basically, we make our pathway a little bit smaller, but we kind of cover it up with the actual growing plots. And then we just extend this all the way out to there. And the same on the other side, right? So we go like this, right? Yeah, like this. And then one here. One here. Again, making... Because this is pretty wide as well, versus the pathway here. So it doesn't really... It's not really noticeable that we're kind of covering it up like this, right? Now, we do want to make room. How does this... Okay, so this works. So it covers up the pathway here. And then basically, it covers up the pathway here. This might actually... Let's line up the complete pathway. And see how this follows along. And yeah, we do get... Like, we could place another one here. But that would fall outside of the territory. So we are gonna have a little bit of yo. Get moving. Don't burn. Don't burn. Don't burn. So we could set it up like this, and then, like I said, guys, what we could do is maybe storage, minions, no, castle, foundation. We could actually like extend this maybe to here. This one to here. This will give a natural barrier where we can place some trees, and we want to place trees along this line as well. Just to have room like where we want to place trees, right? And that would mean, yeah, that doesn't fit anymore. Ooh. Because I want to cover up like almost the entire grass patch with only flower pots. How can I set it up that it does cover that? If I go out one and put it like this. Yeah, I don't think we can, or we need to like place it closer to the pathway. Maybe like this. Yeah, so if we create a closer corner, making our pathway a little bit shorter again, it actually fits. Now, why am I placing with these guys instead of the basically the larger growing plots? Because these cannot like connect. See, they can't overlap. You're always gonna have like that small curve in between, and because we cannot spin them around properly, we cannot also fit them in this corner. You see where I'm going with this, right? So we can make a pattern. Well, we could make a pattern like this. I'm not really sure what I'm most happy with. Like being able to cover up everything. Like all the grass is gonna be like flower pots. I'm not really sure how it's gonna look. And then maybe in the corners, like for instance over here. Over here. Like every corner we kind of set up a tree, right? It's also a train of thought that I have. So we could do something like this and then just build it up to how far we can. Okay, give me a little moment. I'm gonna basically like set everything up, and I'll bring you guys back once I have the result. And then, well, the rest of the episode, well, for me, it's not gonna be really an episode. It's basically setting up, go buy. It's a buying spree that we're gonna need to do. First, I'm gonna like do this corner here and see the result of how we can fit this into this. Because we could do... Oh, wait. If we go castle, we're making it smaller again. We can make a pathway completely around, right? Getting like trees on the edges here. And why I want these on the edges, also a little bit to cover up the pillars. Just a little bit. I want them to be able to be visual, but I don't want them to be visual like they are right now. So yeah, give me a second. Let's see if we can actually set up this corner here and how it will eventually look. Okay, so far it's looking pretty interesting. Now I do want to know, because this is in Silverlight. No, this is in Dunley Farmlands. I do want to know, can we buy... Yeah, I think this is only like higher tier seeds, like cotton, snowflower, fire blossom, but we don't have a need for those. Like, we really don't have a need for those. So I'm wondering, we'll have to see. I know the blood rose seeds can be bought in Farm Bay Woods in the two different settlements. But we have way more servants. All right, Fairhead. Want to buy that one? Wolfet. Want to buy that one? Scorchstone for 10. Yeah, hell yeah. Why not? We've got a lot of silver. Empty glass bottles. Yeah, sure. That would mean I have less. Then rainbow trouts might be an interesting one. Like we could just spend. I need to go back home. I'm out of cash already. So yeah, that's these are basically the most things I'm gonna buy. Well, the hat I'm not gonna buy anymore, right? And they're basically 200 silver, so they're pretty expensive once we have them. But I think like the fishes, like rainbow trout and sage fish, are the most important ones because they're for your for your blood vessels. Scorched stone, definitely interesting. And an empty glass bottles, meaning we need less crystal. Whoa, no, that's not what I intended to do. Where the hell is my horse left? Crap. Damn it. It's a vampire. Yeah, I know, I know. Not 100% there, right? No, I don't think so. 73? Yeah, you're not even worth it. Get the hell out of here. Now, there is a specific one I kind of wanted from Dunley. And it was like the big dude with the shield that rams you. So if I can find one of those, I'm probably gonna take him as my second one. So I'm really looking forward to. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna fast travel to Farmbane, and we are gonna spend a lot of time. Like, I think the reset is like 30 minutes for the NPCs. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time, guys. Like I said, I don't really need... Oh, no, there is one thing I kind of need buy from here. Or need to actually... That is... This one. The Sacred Seeds. Sacred Seeds and Ghost Shrooms, definitely something neat. And then the rest... Basically already half a chest full. And my stacks are 1,000, guys. So, yeah. Certain flowers are going really well. Basically, because I got my hands on them earlier. Other flowers are going pretty slow. And then, yeah, why we are making our farm today, guys. The bones. Bones, 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 scorched stones. And then let's take a look, right? We've got some new heads. This is the wolf, bear head. And the wolf head. If it would fit more on my face, I think I would be more of a fan. Like, you can see my neck below it, and I don't really like that. Like, if my head actually... Like, you see the texture here, right? If my head actually became that head, the bear... It says bear head. It doesn't say bear hat. Like, hat, something you put on your head. Well, basically, a bear head... the bear head you put on your shoulders. A bear hat is what you put on your head. I would be more of a fan, but yeah, we're gonna stick with this one, because that means I can still look at you guys. So yeah, 2 more skins for the bags, guys. I'm gonna trash my inventory a little bit, so I actually have room. Let's do this. Bam. And we are gonna go on a shopping spree. Although I don't really have a lot of coins though. But soon enough we can make them. So yeah, that's definitely really good way to actually like completely build off or fill in my farm that I'm making right now. And the good thing about these traders here in Farmbane Woods, you basically don't have to hide your presence, because they don't really run away, because they're shady dealers. So that makes it a little bit more interesting. But we do have a couple patrols here. Never run around. 20. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, I want one of these big guys. So what am I gonna do? Well, basically for the foreseeable future is basically spend my time between this little outpost here, this shady merchant camp, and then this shady merchant camp. Basically running in between, clearing out the bandit armory, clearing out the copper mine, clearing out the bandit stronghold, and the trapper camp here, and the logging camp. Basically, I got 30 minutes in between, and this will also give me like respawns on the NPCs and make me able to...
Can I just try a little something?
Well, blood rose seeds. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of copper really fast this way. Oh, look at that. We actually dropped one. Been a while. So yeah, trying to get my hands on copper, guys. There is no real mean. Sometimes, as you can see, they drop from humanoids. It's around 4 to 8. And then from chests 6, well, I presume 4 to 8 as well. The best means to actually get your hands on the coin is from the chests. And I never expected that copper would be holding my progress down a little bit right now. As you can see, I bought 13 seeds. I like gathered all the... Well, if I saw a blood rose flower somewhere, I basically picked it up to see if... Later, okay. See if it actually would drop something for me. And mostly it never did. So this is the train of thought that I'm having right now. Like to fill it up like this. But right now, I only did like the outside line. These are basically the last 16 that I placed. But then once it's like all filled, you don't really see the squares anymore, right? So you only see like a giant patch of blood rose seeds. And then, well, basically I set up these trees over here. Now, I don't really know if they're fully grown yet, because they used to be like you plant them and then bam, you get a fully grown tree. But I think this is like the halfway stage of the trees, because these are definitely like way bigger, and they cast a way bigger shade. And that also kind of like these are all the trees that I could get right now. And I kind of wanted to check out how they would look fully grown, because this is blood rose. I kind of want to see which tree would fit in the best. And I think later on it will be this one, and that's basically the tree we found. No, that's not what I want to do. That's the tree we found in Silverlight Hills. It's like a kind of orange reddish one. You can see it's slightly like red on top. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for everything to be settled out. And then yeah, for my flower farm, guys, basically for my blood rose farm, at least in this episode, we're gonna do the other farm in another episode. I don't want to like get too much done already or do it off camera. I kind of want to take you through the entire progress, right? And well, some building here and there is never too bad in an episode. But yeah, that's a general train of thought, guys. Like setting up patches like these. I did remove the road over here, and the road that I had here is basically if I want to make a pathway, the road that leads here basically connects to this one. And it connects to this one, giving me again less room to plant blood roses. So the entire grass patch is gonna be filled with boxes like this. And I think to make proper progress on this, we don't want to go out farming for copper. We just want to go into the next episode, and we basically just want to, well, the next bosses that we have, we only have two that we really, well, actually all three. We want to get our hands on the coining so we can make copper coins and actually start buying all these seeds that we want, especially for this blood rose farm. But then we also want to get silver so we can actually go into the silver mine and start farming all the silver that we need to make the ingots, the dark silver ingots. And we also are gonna need, where the hell was he? We're also gonna need spectral dusts to start preparing that one as well, right? So we have a lot. We basically, I think in the next episode, we're basically just gonna defeat all 3 V bosses. That way we are completely set to make our blood rose farm, to get our bone farm like up and running 24/7, to actually get our scorch stone up and running 24/7, to then start changing everything into spectral dust, and then changing everything later on to farm in the mine. And like these 3 bosses are all, and they said that they worked on the progression of the V bosses to make it like flow better. I do have to say, like these 3 flowing right into the things you have needed to actually make dark silver ingots. It really feels really well. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut out here until these trees are basically fully grown. I'm not gonna farm for copper anymore. If we basically can craft copper in the next episode. Oh, here we go. I was just watching YouTube. So they were not fully grown. Okay, that was good news. Yeah, there we go. So this is already more to the size that I remember. The birch kind of still looks pretty small. So let's check out the... Yeah, the big tree gives the best shade in the game, guys. Like, we already knew this one. This is pretty okay. This is like... The sun still will... I really wonder if this will thicken out. Like the leaves. We will actually... Did we cast... Okay, so there's 2 types of birch trees. And then 2 types of these. And then we have the pine tree and the large oak tree. Okay, so 2 types of birks. Okay, and then the regular green leaf, the red leaf. Can't really see what it is. No, I'm Mloentje creature. It's not the name of the plant. Right now we are 40 minutes later. And I've been standing here at least 7 to 8 minutes now. No changes. So now I'm wondering, is this one gonna be the final height of these trees? It doesn't, especially for this one and this one, it doesn't make sense. These I can imagine being smaller, but the pine tree should be way bigger. Like the bottom of these where the leaves start should start way higher. Should start around here somewhere. And then this one should be like, I think it should be thicker than it is now. Oh, look at that. They're popping up. So let's do the math. 45 minutes plus 22 minutes plus minus. That is an hour and, let's say an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, let's give it an hour and 10 minutes to actually like grow flowers. That is the time it takes to grow flowers, guys. It's an episode full of counting and holy crap, an hour and 10 minutes. So when I play in game and I farm these up, I got an hour and 10 minutes. Now we want to do some extra math. So right now, let's do the math. Yeah, we're gonna need to check. We're gonna need to check if I'm correct. I'm gonna head back. Yeah, it's 3 hours and 10 minutes later now. Almost no, way more. I think I planted them at 5:15, and it's 7. Well, it's 8 now. So yeah, let's say 3 hours and a half at least. The trees have not budged. So I think this is the complete length that they can get, guys. Let's quickly go home. I want to see if I'm correct, and we're gonna do a little bit math to see how many flowers I actually need per hour to actually get this bone farm going. So let's jump off. Let's go in here and let's gather them up, shall we? And yeah, apparently if I like trigger this side, the entire other side also comes to me. So definitely something we haven't seen before. Close enough. Let's go. Them all down. Nice. Let's nuke these down. Couple stragglers here. Come on. Die for me, please. There we go. Let's pick everything up. 900 bones for me. Thank you. So let's see. It is, yeah, 8. So let's do a little bit of math. 8 flowers, right? So we got 8 flowers times 3, because we can spawn 3 skeletons. 3 skeletons from each grave, right? We do that times 20. It's 480 flowers that we need just to spawn everything in. Now, that's every 5 minutes of an hour. And there's 12 times 5 minutes in an hour, if I am correctly. Do that times 12. That's 5,760 flowers that I need per hour to actually make my bone farm work with 20 graveyards. So if we would now... I got a bunch of flowers in my inventory, guys. So I'm quickly gonna trash these. There we go. Compulsive count. There we go. Nice. So now we go back and we go farm up the flowers that I have right now. So we got 70 seeds in 41, like that one area is 41 crop plots or well, plant plots or whatever you want to call them. And I got 70 seeds in there. So let's check out how much I actually get from that. Now I'm gonna do that in the daytime because I kind of want to have a screenshot of the flowers being here with the trees to get a thumbnail. I want that thumbnail to be in the daytime, so I'm gonna basically wait out a little bit. Now, I think general... I kind of forgot the timer. So I was actually doing the math on how long one in-game day lasts. I think it's 18 minutes. I think around that, maybe 18 or 19 minutes for one complete cycle. So I started at 9. I kind of wanted to see if we popped up at 9. It's 20:51 now. 20 minutes and 51 seconds. So I presume it's gonna be around there, like around 18-19 minutes for one day in game time. So yeah, give me a second, guys, so I can actually get my thumbnail. And then we're gonna farm this up and see how many we actually get from the 70 seeds. without the bonus. So if I set up my braziers a little bit like this, basically can't cover everything. Let's see. Now, do take into account, guys, this is with increased resources up again. Like, you probably are gonna get less, so you're gonna need to do the math on your own. For your, well, private servers where you have, like, regular. It's gonna take a while to actually farm these up all at the same time. And there we go, all farmed up. How many do we get? Ooh, 9 seeds. That is definitely good. So 2,556. So let's see. That is 2,506 divided by how many seeds did we have? Did we say that we have 70 seeds? So that's around. That can't be correct. Okay. So if we do then. What was the amount that we needed, guys? Crap, I forgot to write it down. What was the amount that we needed? 5,200 and a bit. Divided by 36. 144 seeds that we need. To actually double the amount of seeds. So basically with this crop lot alone, this setup of crop lots, we should have enough to actually let our bone farm work. Well, I'm still gonna set it up completely in blood roses here. Like I just want to have enough. And then for the trees, guys, I am gonna use this one, the big one. And basically, if we look here, we can basically see this. Like I first had them set up like this, right, where it was kind of lined up with the edge. But we can actually like place them one more back, basically in it. And we can see like a little black dot here, which represents like the middle of the actual crop lot, right? So if you look at the stem here, it's like almost a little bit bigger than the brown edge that we have in here. So this tree should actually like nicely line up and almost like cover the pillar. We don't want to completely cover it because, well, basically I could get rid of them if I wanted to do that. But we do want to be able to like, on our pathway, try to cast shade. Now I am gonna set them up like in all the corners because I love this like outside corner with the little orb on top, this hedge tall round column. And then here as well, like every corner that goes to the outside, we're basically gonna set up these big trees. And then on the inside, I'm not really sure yet. Like, I love the look of this one, but it's not lush enough. Like, just look at the shade that it casts. It actually is covering us in shade, so it is working. But I just don't find them lush enough. If the density of the leaves could be somewhere around this, I think I would find it way more pretty. And it's kind of strange that, like, this only gives this amount of shade over... Yeah, okay, now we get a cloud above our head, so we can't look at it. Cloud, go away, please. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. So this amount of shades is like what it costs, but then this is the same amount of density of leaves, right? And this costs this amount of shade. So I think there is like a textural bug where the shade is not properly cast. So if we look at plants to use or trees to use to actually cast shade, this one is the best one. Then this one, then this one, then this one. I think maybe even the birches are maybe even better than these. And the pine, I don't think I'm ever gonna place the pine. It's just like, it's a straight column. And it's just not big enough. I don't like that the leaves are falling on the ground. So yeah, those are my results, guys. So we still got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of seeds to plant. We still got a lot of crop lots to place. We got all the trees to place. We got the trees to farm around the edges here. I do wonder that eventually we're gonna find a merchant that actually sells trees, like the tree seeds. Because that would be really incredible. Like they sell seeds for flowers. If they would sell seeds for the trees. We haven't found every merchant in the game yet, so we'll definitely have to pay attention for that. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for this one. We are gonna set up this later on. For now, guys, A lot of testing, a lot of math, a lot of patience. I think I spent like 5 hours here just standing around. It's not that I didn't do anything. I basically cleaned my apartment, I did the laundry, and I cooked a nice big steak with a couple eggs, and it's really delicious. So I did some stuff, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna do this only once. But now we know the math, like around 2 hours, I would say, to grow trees, and 1 hour and 10 minutes to grow seeds. A daytime is around 18 minutes, and I need 140 plus seeds to actually make my bone farm work. But that is if I actually come here like every hour on the dot, like every hour and 10. Well, it's an hour and 10 minutes to grow seeds, but it's an hour to spend 5,000. So 140 is not going to be enough. I'm going to need more. And by setting up everything here with blood flowers, we're going to have more. Like I said, I'm going to wrap up this episode here, guys. If you want to see more of my quest progression, my journey progression, or my let's play here in V Rising, in the Secrets of GloomRot updates, or any other game I might play on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.